Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. So yesterday was a losing day. They brought our winning streak to an end. We were on about a 5 day winning streak. We keep moving on. I have one very strong player in the NBA. One of the teams is actually a very lopsided game, so you're going to have to buy back some points. I'll tell you exactly how I'm going to play that, and I'm also going to talk about some baseball stuff that's going on for today. All right, so now going into this, the player that I like for today is Devin Booker. The odds are extremely heavy right here at a minus 530, so I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to buy it back to the 29 and a half, which would bring you right around minus 195 or something like that. But what I do like about this is that if we go over to his position, so OKC versus SG position, you can see they're 14th. They're 14th for points allowed. They're 14th for assists allowed, and they're 27th for rebounds allowed. Even though Devin Booker doesn't get a lot of rebounds, the OKC does allow a lot of points and a lot of assists for this position. If we could just look at Devin Booker in general, you can see the insights. He's hit this 32 and a half line, which is the actual line, 32 and a half, and we're buying it back to the 29 and a half. He's exceeded the 33 line of points, rebounds, and assists 10 games out of the last 12. If we just look at his overall picture for the last 20 games, he's only missed this line 3 times. You can see overall picture, and he plays roughly around over 30 minutes, 32 minutes, something like that. Some games even 40 minutes. So because they are in the playoffs, they're going to let him play as long as they're not getting demolished. And like I said, his overall picture, he does tend to hit this 32 and a half, very, very solid. Now, in the same game, I like the Thunder, but I don't like it at this huge spread of minus 14. Actually, it's minus 17 and a half. So the projected score is that they're supposed to win by 14. It does say to take a look at the minus 17 and a half. I'm not touching that line. That's too crazy. You can even see that the line shifted from a 19 and a half to a 17 and a half. So it's actually going in the Suns' favor. 60% of the bets, 50% of the money is coming in on OKC. Yet the line is still shifting in the Suns' favor. So that's a very bad signal, especially right here where it says the sharp differential is on Phoenix and the line is matching that logic. So if we look over here, OKC does cover the spread 60% of the time, but overall against the Suns, they don't tend to cover the spread. Now, if we look at this, it says win probability is 92% for OKC straight up. That's the reason why the line is so dramatic. But there's not really too many injuries that are going to affect this one today, except for Grayson Allen might be a huge thing that's out. So what I would do, so what I'm probably going to do is going to do the OKC Thunder, but I'm not going to go with that crazy spread. I'm probably going to buy it back all the way to like a minus 4.5 or minus 5.5. And then I'm going to parlay that with Devin Booker. And I'll probably buy this back to a 24.5 if I can get good odds. Otherwise, I'll leave it right around this 29.5 and parlay it together with the OKC on the spread. All right, now I'm going to walk through some baseball stuff. I'm not going to go too crazy into these details, but I will show you what I'm looking at for today. I actually have a few batter props already, and I'm looking at a very strong team as well. So this tool that we have is called the Sharp Edge. It's going to have this information, which is the no-run first inning. You can see today, this came up for me today. But I'm going to stay away again because it doesn't make sense. Again, now let me show you what I'm talking about. And then this is going to be in the Sharp Edge 2 weeks for free. Also, check out the free picks in the description. So right here, it's saying that Max Fried is very good. You can see his career 77%. In this park, he's hit 80%. In the last 10 games, he's hit 80% as well. So all of this is green because this guy is very good against the no-run first inning. He also has a lot of strikeouts and he has very low base on balls. So he walks people very little and he strikes out a lot. So this is what's considered a very good pitcher. So the defense is very good. Now we look at the offense. The offense is also very good for the no-run first inning. They are ranked, the Yankees are ranked in number 28th, which is the worst. And they've only hit this no-run first inning 43% of the time. However, in the last 3 games, they've hit this 1 time. So I don't like to see that. I'd like to see this to be at 0. Even though this is good, all of this looks decent. The other team is not good. So that's what it's saying here. Boston offense is on the top top of the list with the number 6 red band. So this is demoted. And the reason this is bad is all of this is green, but this is bad. In the last 10, they've hit 3 times off of him to get a no-run first inning. On top of that, Boston offense is ranked number 6. So they do tend to get runs in the first inning. In the last 3 games, they've hit 1 run in the first inning. So if you start putting this stuff together, this actually looks very good on paper with all the strong offense here. This guy has 3 games in a row. He's on fire to not allow in the first inning a run. However, in the last 3 games, that team has gotten a 1 run. In the last 3 games, these guys actually had 3 runs in the first inning the other day. So for all these reasons, I'm staying away from this, but it's good to know. One more example I'll give you. So this is what the cards look like. I'm going to skip this one as well, even though this one looks very good as well. Like I said, this guy has scored this team has scored once in the last 3 games in the first inning. These guys have scored twice in the last three games. I'm going to give you guys one more play in baseball. This one I really do like. It's a huge mismatch for the pitching staff. So let me show you what that looks like. All right, so we're looking at the Angels and the Blue Jays. We're only looking at the first 5 innings, not the entire game. So you can see the stadium is not going to be a big factor. There is a lot of wind, but it's not crazy. Overall game is 152. They're currently still at a 152. 62% of the bets, 66% of the money is coming in on the Angels. I'm not touching any of that. It does say they should win this game overall. But again, I'm not looking at the entire game. I'm only looking at the first 5 innings. So the reason I'm doing that is they actually have one of the top pitchers this season with Jose Soriano. He's got 5 wins, 0 losses, an incredible 0.28 ERA. You can see right here his grade is A+. On the opposite side, you got Eric Laurel with a 3 wins, 2 losses, 7.25, which is very, very bad. Overall C- grade. So this pitching staff is a huge mismatch. And if we look at the hitting analysis, you can see that they do have some strong batters over here with Jesus Sanchez, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Okamoto, and stuff like that. But that's nothing compared to the top pitcher in baseball right now. On top of that, these guys have very decent batters as well with Mike Trout, Moncada, and stuff like that. So overall, this is not a huge mismatch on the batting, yet the pitching is a huge mismatch, just like I showed you here. So again, guys, I'm going to go with the Angels on the first 5 innings, not the full game. The first 5 innings, I'm taking Devin Booker at a points, rebounds, and assists on an alternate line of 29.5. And then I'm also going to either parlay that together with OKC, and I'm going to try to buy that back all the way up to like a -4.5 or a -6.5 or something like that, depending on the odds. Let's get to 5,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. Let's have a great day.